Ahead on 12 News, a power struggle over power, the controversy that continues to reverberate through Plymouth. Plus, video killed the radio star, then internet killed video, but not so fast.
Business has been phenomenal.
2 video stores holding ground in the area. But first,
what's in a name? Coming up, I'll tell you what the city of Brooklyn Park is doing to change its image.
12 News starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Johnson. A controversial power line project continues to draw the ire of Plymouth residents concerned about health, property values, and the environment.
Many of those subjects were on the minds of those attending a public hearing on the Hollydale transmission line project. Delane Cleveland was there, and he joins us now to explain. Delane?
Mike and Alex, XL Energy and Great River Energy want to build a substation in Medina and connect it with another substation in Plymouth. Residents are concerned because it would bring high voltage lines through people's neighborhoods.
Again, we don't know what the effects are. We don't know what the health impacts are, and we don't know what it's ever going to do to the real estate values.
I just got a constituent who called me last night who just bought in that area and it wasn't disclosed, and she was very upset because she said, oh my gosh, if I had known, I wouldn't have bought here.
People packed the Medina Entertainment Center today to voice their concerns to an administrative law judge. XL and Great River Energy want to upgrade a nearly 9-mile power line to accommodate the needs of a growing population, but residents want an alternative plan. The legislature approved a law last May that requires energy companies to provide additional information and alternatives to the project. Some of the people gathered here don't believe that law is being honored, but an XL spokesperson says otherwise.
We did exactly what the law required of us. We provided the evidence that showed what we need to do, that there is in fact a problem and that we need to solve it with the particular facilities that we have put forward. But that will be an issue that the judge will have to weigh, and ultimately the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission will have to weigh.
The public comment period ends December 2nd, so people still have a few weeks to weigh in case they couldn't make it to today's meeting. Next, the judge will prepare a report for the Public Utilities Commission. They're expected to make the final decision on the project by April 2014. Mike and Alex?
All right, Delane Cleveland reporting. Thanks a lot. The city of Brooklyn Park wants to revamp its reputation.
Last week, the City Council approved hiring a PR company to develop a branding campaign, and reporter Sonia Goins explains why and what residents think about it.
Michael Lynch-Spong helps to brand Harley-Davidson motorcycles.
We believe the machine you sit on can tell the world exactly where you stand.
Now it's the driving force behind Brooklyn Park's branding campaign.
We can attract more businesses, more retail, more restaurants, and have this be a destination place in the region for people that want to come here.
I think of its diversity. I think of its opportunities.
I mean, it's really quiet. By the time 10 o'clock, you can hear the birds chirping.
I don't know, nice neighborhood. I really like it.
Nice, clean, quiet neighborhoods. That's what city leaders want people to think when they hear the name Brooklyn Park.
It's really not a lot of crime out here. It's not like the north side, where it's mostly homicides going on.
Even though the crime is at a 20-year low, the crime rate is still higher compared to neighboring suburbs.
They got the little signs for Brooklyn Park. It's not even that bad, though, for real. Like, you come out here, it's not that bad.
Still, officials believe the city is headed in the right direction.
We have crime down significantly. We have jobs up significantly. We have large companies that are looking at Highway 610.
I really like the area.
I think there's sort of a misnomer out there about Brooklyn Park, and people assume things that aren't always accurate.
When it comes to image, 85th Avenue seems to be the dividing line. Residents to the north have a very different perception than people to the south.
I will come over here to cub off a 610 or drive to Champlin versus the one 2 blocks from my house.
I really don't feel like threatened or anything walking around out here, maybe because I feel comfortable out here.
Most people we spoke with agreed an image update is needed, but not everyone is happy with the $150,000 price tag, especially when the city is $2 million in debt.
Send some of that my way. I'll help you brand it all you want.
I feel that's a waste of money. It's a waste of time because there's really nothing wrong with, Brooklyn Park.
But city leaders see a bright future on the horizon and say the money will come back tenfold.
We do have good news. What we need to do is do a better job of getting that message out.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
And the PR company says it's too early to talk about the details. They haven't even signed the contract yet. Brooklyn Park officials and the PR firm will meet on Tuesday to iron out the details. More improvements are coming to the New Hope Ice Arena. The City Council has approved more than $100,000 for 3 projects. They include $33,000 for a non-ice training area, $30,000 for new sound systems at the arena's 2 ice rinks, and $42,000 for a new electronic outdoor sign by the arena entrance. The Armstrong-Cooper Youth Hockey Association is contributing about half the funding for the training area and the sound systems. Last year, $4 million in renovations were completed at the ice arena, including a new refrigeration system and a new sheet of ice.
The Brooklyn Center Economic Development Authority is expected to vote Monday on the purchase of a property for a new redevelopment opportunity. The city is eyeing 3 properties along Brooklyn Boulevard that it sees as a potential site for a new senior housing complex. This site includes a parking lot and the former Cars for Courage building. The city believes Brooklyn Boulevard is ideal for senior housing because of its proximity to transit, retail, and also medical services.
There's a new resource people in the Northwest Metro can use to navigate through the Affordable Care Act.
This brings a real person to sit down with other people and help them navigate through the system and get insurance or get rebates on insurance that they already have.
Community health worker Joel Martinez will help people at CEAP on Thursday mornings. His goal isn't to sign people up for MNsure, the state's insurance exchange, but to help them find the best health care coverage options.
I'm just here to really help people answer questions about healthcare questions. I think there's a lot of confusion, a lot of misperceptions of that the Healthcare Affordable Care Act is only the MNsure, but it actually affects a lot of the programs.
At CEAP, there are also computers available for people to look through healthcare options on their own if they don't have a computer at home. Well, there were only a few left, but this week, Blockbuster announced it is shuttering 300 remaining stores and ending its mail order service.
With competition from digital streaming and Redbox, video stores have become a thing of the past, but locally, there's still a few holding their ground. In an era of online movie streaming and kiosk renting machines,
and 65, and I'll bring it over to the door for you.
A 1980s era shop like this one operates in its own universe.
When they come in the door, they're just jaw drops. It's like, I remember this when I was like, 5 or 6 when I was a kid, because you don't see it anymore, and we're really kind of retro. Jaws is always a great.
One of the few independent video stores left.
Once Upon a Time that you can get here.
Robbinsdale's video universe.
Of course, Star Wars.
Boasts 60,000 movie titles available on the spot.
If you're looking, I want it now, I want it tonight, it's hard to find it. And if you don't have the streaming capability, if you don't have broadband, then you're not going to be able to stream it. So that makes it tough.
Different genres, old school.
29-year-old TC Callender could stream a movie.
You just don't have that one-on-one interaction anymore. Everything is so digital.
But he'd rather come back to a place where they know his name.
Have a great night.
Maybe we're all craving that personal contact because there's still a market for the local video store.
Business has been phenomenal.
Family-owned, Family Video opened in New Hope this summer, with 2 more stores set to open in the state in the months ahead.
I know why it's doing well. Customer service is everything to us. We grow our business on referrals.
From personal service to day of movie releases and wide selection, the video store still has its merits.
You can't get that from Netflix or standing in front of a kiosk when you're cold outside.
As long as customers keep coming back, shops like this one will enjoy a longer run.
We're hoping to stay.
And Family Video currently has 15 stores in the state, and they are opening one in Anoka and another in Mankato this winter. So still go and rent a movie if you want.
Yeah, they're opening, other people are closing.
That's right.
They'll figure out a way to make it work, I suppose.
Exactly. Coming up, a standout student who is trying something called art science. We'll explain what it is up next.
And later in sports, Osseo opens play in style at the state volleyball tournament.
But first, a warm-up, if you can call it that. This weekend, we'll climb into the 40s. Then brace yourselves for another cold front. We'll be right back.
A new program at the Perpich School in Golden Valley uses creative thinking to solve scientific problems.
Art science is aimed at hands-on students who aren't afraid of trial and error. So what exactly is art science? Renee Bonneau introduces us to this week's standout student who's helping shape how the course is taught.
Notice that the next page is your problem statement.
Between the walls lined in Post-it notes and the teen draped over a papasan chair, this feels more like an after-school club meeting than a class. But this is Art Science, a course in which students use art to research and analyze ways to solve scientific problems.
It's a design class. These students have to be whole world thinkers. They need to think very holistically.
To Kate Hampton, this is home.
Ever since I came to Perpich, I have loved it. It has done me a world of good.
This is Kate's 5th high school, and the only one she says has really allowed her creativity to shine.
It's the same question that Energy 101 gives you.
Kate says Art Science gives her creativity a focus.
Our job is to find out, think of something we want to do. How do we want to solve this problem? How do we want to make this solution better?
The thing that I've always appreciated about Kate is her willingness to see the problem as a whole, see it from different angles, different points of view, and even then when they start to come up with their solution, to be able to ask the big questions.
Her teacher says her willingness to take risks makes her an excellent leader, especially for younger classmates. In fact, her overall approach to this class makes her a bit of a poster child for Art Science, and she has no problem assuming that role.
I think if you're passionate about something, it makes it really easy for you to share it with others and to kind of shine a light on it.
In Golden Valley, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
Kate has applied to several colleges, but she says ideally she would like to get real-world experience as soon as possible. Coming up, why colder weather doesn't mark the end of farmers market season.
But first in sports, the Armstrong-Cooper girls hockey team set for the season opener. John Jacobson has a preview coming up next. John Jacobson with sports now. If you're an Osseo High School student, your choice of state tournament games to go to, right?
All fired up over there.
Volleyball today and tomorrow and Saturday, and then football on Friday night. Girls swimming Saturday, a little bit of everything for sections. The state volleyball tournament is underway. The Osseo Orioles are the number 2 seed in Class 3A. Making its first appearance at state in 5 years, Osseo opened up against Rochester Mayo this morning. And the first set is back and forth. Mayo's Anna Winter drops a kill between the Osseo defense. Spartans lead 22-21. Megan Piquet, short set to Christina Bowe for the kill. Osseo up 25-24. After Mayo ties it again, Shia Sanders delivers on set point for a 27-25 Osseo win. Game 2 is full of big hits. Sanders hammers this kill for the Orioles. And then on set point, Piquet sets to Bowe for the big hit and kill, and a 25-19 Osseo win. In the third set, senior Jackie Jones gets the kill. It's 21-12 Osseo. Match point coming up here, and it's Sanders with another big swing. She leads the Orioles with 15 kills. They advance with a 3-0 sweep, despite some nerves in the early going.
Nervous was probably the right word. They definitely played with some nerves and a little bit of anxiousness, and coming out with game 1, you can just see them all take a deep breath and be relieved and got ready for game 2.
The first set I did feel some nerves. It was kind of up in the air. You could feel Mayo had it. We had some too, but I think it was a team that was like, oh, we're here, we're going to be aggressive, let's take this.
The Orioles now meet Delano in the semifinals Friday morning at 11. Osseo beat the Tigers in a tournament during the regular season. For the first time ever, both Maple Grove and Osseo are in the state football playoffs in the same year. The Crimson play tonight, Thursday at 8 o'clock at TCF Bank Stadium at the University of Minnesota. The Crimson face 8-2 Roseville in the Class 6A quarterfinals, in a game you can watch live on the web at 12.tv. On Friday night, Osseo plays its first state game in 2 decades. The Orioles meet Totino Grace. This is also an 8 p.m. kickoff, but at the Metrodome, and can also be seen live at 12.tv, plus on our channel Saturday night at 7 and 10 o'clock. Like Osseo's volleyball team, the Wayzata girls swimming and diving team has enjoyed an outstanding season. The Trojans got a final practice in Wednesday before the start of the 3-day Section 5 AA meet. Wayzata is hosting the meet at Lifetime Fitness for the first time since the late 1990s.
It's going to be really different because we've always been at Minnetonka, but I think it'll be like a home pool advantage because we're used to swimming here.
I like it, and I feel like my nerves are a lot less because I just know the pool and I know how I swim in the pool, and it's just an advantage for all of us.
The Trojans are the heavy favorite to take the team title at the 5 AA meet, and the main goal is to qualify a large group into the state meet.
Ideally, we'd get all 4 of our varsity divers to state.
but there's like a little bit of competition. I mean, but our 4 divers are really strong divers, so there's a good chance that at least 3 of us will make it.
Action starts at 6 o'clock Thursday with swimming prelims, with diving Friday at 6 and the swimming finals Saturday afternoon at 4 at Lifetime Fitness in Plymouth. With a few fall sports still going, the winter season gets started Thursday night as girls hockey teams can play their first games. The Armstrong-Cooper girls are set for what they expect to be a very good season. They lost just a couple of seniors from a team that was a surprise success story last winter, placing 3rd in the Northwest Suburban Conference and going 16-9-2 overall. That leads to excitement for this winter for a team that could be even better.
We've been working really hard. Everything's been going really well. Not many seniors last, so it's pretty much the same team. We all know each other, so it's going really well.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch. I think we have more speed, which is the main thing. We're stronger. A lot of us put in a lot of work during SCP, so you can notice the difference, that's for sure.
Among the top returners for Armstrong-Cooper, defenders Emma Terrace, Mari Verbaten, and Alyssa Burke, along with forwards Marissa Odell and Holly Enderle. Both goalies, Lexi Ripka and Ashley Ritten, are back after strong seasons last winter. Armstrong-Cooper opens the season with a tough opponent Thursday night, Edina.
A home opener for once. We've been on the road the last few years for the first game, and a good opponent like Edina coming in, it'll kind of test where we're at, and I think they're probably a top 5 team in the state if you had to look at it right now, so it's a great opener for us.
It's Edina at Armstrong-Cooper at New Hope Arena Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Can't even finish fall up when we get winter starting.
We're into hockey.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, John.
Thanks, John. Still ahead, the appeal of fresh produce.
The largest indoor farmers market yet for Maple Grove. We'll be right back. And finally, temperatures are dropping, but for the Maple Grove Farmers Market, it isn't the end of the season.
No, they're moving indoors for their largest indoor farmers market in 9 years of doing this. They have more than 25 food vendors packed inside the Maple Grove Community Center. And even though it's late in the season, you can still find produce like rutabagas, parsnips, squash, and apples. And you might not think of November as farmers market season, but Maple Grove organizers disagree.
This is our biggest one so far, and the assortment and variety of products that are here is just top notch. I mean, it's almost just what you would find outside, just in a little smaller venue, a little bit cozier, and it's wonderful to be inside.
Yes, it is. Today's indoor market runs until 6 p.m. Thursday. They'll be open again in 2 weeks, as well as 2 Thursdays in December. They get a lot of people into that room. That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.